morning, Quadcopter 101 here, out on a beautiful day out in the desert of the Mojave Desert in January. What I got for you today is a review of the new Helicute H806 Hoverdrone, the Hoverdrone evo, also known as the iDrone 2.0. This is a good-looking hexacopter. I gotta admit that. I like the look of this thing. It's one of the prettiest looking hexacopters I've seen come out so far. It actually looks like a significant flyer, a significant drone. Let's see how actually it flies, though. We'll wait until I'll give you a final pronouncement after I fly it. But the Hoverdrone, without its prop guards, without a camera, weighs about, you'd think this would be over 250 grams, but I weighed it. With the battery installed, it's about 202 grams. However, if you attach a camera to it, such as a Mobius or a RunCam, or I believe it can lift a Mobius or a RunCam. I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure it can. But that would exceed the 250 grams weight, and then you would probably have to register this with register yourself as a pilot with the FAA. But without a camera in its stock condition, it is below 250 grams, so you don't have to worry about it if you're just flying it for sport flying. And that's what we're going to try today. Today we're going to just do sport flying, see how it performs aerobatically out here in the desert. The H806 uses, hold on, let me open it up and show you. It uses a rather unusual battery, but I think you can find these. It's a 7.4 volt battery to power these extra two motors. It's running on 7.4 volts. It is 600 milliampere hour. Now, it's stamped on the side of it is 80, 25, 40. Now, that means it's two pancaked batteries. Each of them is about 8 millimeters thickness, so the total battery thickness is about 16. You have to add or multiply that by 2. But the width of the battery is 25 millimeters, and the length of the battery is about 40. So you're going to have to look for something 7.4 volts with 16 millimeter thickness, 25 millimeters width, and 40 millimeters length to use with this hexacopter if you're looking for your own. Again, it's got to be 7.4 volts, and it uses a red JST connector. So that's the type of battery that's inside of this thing. It can use longer batteries. There's a lot of room in here for a longer battery. So, probably you can go out to maybe 60 or so. This is 40 millimeters length. Looks like about half the width, half a thickness more. So you could probably go up to about 60 millimeters, possibly. But I haven't tried that yet, so don't use that as a Bible right now. Okay, I'm going to plug this in right now, and we'll go for a flight. And also, I'm going to go over the transmitter first. Okay, got the battery plugged in. Can I close the door with a... Oh, got to get that white connector out of the way. White charging connector. It comes with a charger. Again, it's a 7.4 volt battery, and it's going to require 7.4 volt charger. Now, if you notice on this thing, it also has a plug here labeled Wi-Fi. And also on the other side, it has a plug labeled CAM. So there's two versions of this planned or already out there. I haven't seen them yet. But one with a camera that you can plug into this little camera holder here, and one with a Wi-Fi transmitter camera so you can do FPV flying with this hexacopter. So they're planning, if not already out there, the 601 already has a camera version and a Wi-Fi FPV version. Let's see, I've gone over the batteries. I haven't gone over the transmitter yet. The left button here is for selecting beginner, intermediate, expert rate. And if you hold the button down for 2 seconds, it enters headless mode. The right button here is for flips. And be careful on this one. If you hold this button down for 2 seconds, it selects between mode 2 and mode 4 transmitters. You don't want to go into mode 4. I'm not sure who flies mode 4. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments down in the peanut gallery of people that do fly mode 4, but I don't know anybody who flies mode 4. I'm hearing jets way up high here, but they're not a concern because they're thousands of feet in the air. But they're making a lot of noise out here in the desert today. One key return. This also has one key return, which you activate by pressing down on the throttle trim button. And that enters one key return. I'm not sure what happens if you push up on it. Didn't say in the instructions, but I'll try that too maybe today. And also it has trim for yaw, trim for pitch, and trim for roll. And again, I mentioned there's camera versions out here. These two buttons on the lower right corner are for the camera versions. This one takes a photo, and if you press this one here, that stops and starts the video. Okay, enough talk. Let's see this thing first. First off, I'm turning on the on-off switch on the back, placing it on the ground, and before we actually take off, I want to see what happens if I lose reception with this transmitter. Okay, I got the quadcopter bound. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle, and then I'm going to shut off the transmitter. 1001, 1002, so it shuts itself off. Okay, can it be rebound with the transmitter? Yes, it can. So now I feel safe to take off here and fly. I don't want to have any flyaways. Okay, we're going to the air. A little bit of a breeze here, but it's fighting the breeze very well. Okay, let's try maneuverability. Seems to fly very nicely. This is beginner's rate, folks. Let's bring it down close and give it full yaw. This is full yaw. And that's expert, or intermediate. That's expert. Yaw doesn't seem to change, but the pitch sure does. Let's bring that in and show you again. Yaw doesn't change. Beginner yaw, intermediate yaw, expert yaw. Beginner pitch, intermediate pitch, whoa, becomes very, very good pitch, and expert pitch, extreme pitch, and it becomes very fast. Becomes very fast. So it's good that it's got good pitch, and that the yaw doesn't change. That because as the yaw doesn't change much, that keeps it controllable. Wow, it's fast actually. How about flips? Oh yeah. Barrel roll. It's actually very maneuverable. And it sounds like a jet. I'm trying to, let's go to intermediate. That might be a more better pitch to fly with. There we go, yeah. So it's very maneuverable hexacopter. Actually, I kind of like it. Okay, before I use up too much battery power, I was pointed in that direction. Let's try the headless mode. I'm going back to beginner rate too, by the way. Oh no, I'm not in headless mode. I got to hold that button down for 2 seconds. I forgot. But I'm in beginner rate now. Going down the field. And where's the 1 key return? Okay, this is 1 key return. And 1 key return seems to work well. Let's go back down the field again. You don't need to be in headless mode to use 1 key return with this, so that's good. 1 key return. 1 key return. It's coming back. So 1 key return works very well. Let's go off to the right of our headless mode bearing that we set at takeoff and see if it comes parallel to the right when we turn on 1 key return. 1 key return, and it's coming down parallel to the right. Remember folks, 1 key return, all 1 key return does is pull back on the pitch roll stick and come backwards down the headless mode bearing which was set at takeoff. We were pointed in that direction, so when I hit that 1 key return, it's going to fly backwards down that direction like it's doing right now. How about the headless mode? Bringing it down, pressing the headless mode button, holding it down. Are you in headless mode? No? I didn't hear anything. Let's try it again. Pressing the headless mode button, holding it down. There. Pushing to the right. Now remember, in headless mode, it doesn't matter which direction I'm pointed. Notice that I'm pointed, I got the quadcopter's front pointed toward me. See the red propellers in the front? But since I'm in headless mode, if I push forward, it always goes down that heading that I set at takeoff. So to the right, forward, okay. Is that the headless mode bearing? Something's not right here. Let me turn off that. Pressing and holding that button down. How about that way? Doesn't seem to want to come out of headless mode. Come on. I might have a faulty button here. It seems to stay in headless mode. And now it thinks that's the headless mode direction. Hold on, folks. Something's not right. I am going to land it. Oh, there we go. I just held it down for, I guess you got to hold it down for 4 seconds. It's not just 2 seconds. It seems to be about 4 seconds to turn off the headless mode. It's longer than I thought. So we're back in normal flight again. But if you keep flying down the headless mode direction that you set at takeoff, right now it thinks headless mode is that direction. I was probably pointed in that direction. Let's see if headless mode resets itself every time you point it. Let's point it toward the mountains again and go back into headless mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it takes 4 seconds. No, it still thinks that's the headless mode direction now. So coming back out of headless mode again, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. So it takes 4 seconds to shut off, turn off headless mode. And headless mode seems to drift throughout the flight. Remember, we started off over there, but now it thinks that's headless mode. But I don't use headless mode very often, folks. I like to fly just normal, and this is a great flyer. I like it. So if you're not too concerned about headless mode, this would be great for intermediate flyers, folks. Let's go back to flip. Oh, if you hold this pitch in one direction, or if you hit that push forward and hit the flip button, it repeats flips. Well, that was my fault, folks. I cut back on the throttle real far and shut off the motors for a second there. What else here? Going to higher rates. Let's fly around an intermediate rate. 1, 2, 3. This is expert rate. Look at that pitch. Look at that pitch. Look at that speed on this thing. Let's give me some room here so I don't hit the bushes. It's a fast hexy. Overall, I like this one. And I think it could carry a camera probably. Maybe a Mobius. I wouldn't know about action cams like the Xiaomi or the SJ cam, but the Mobius and the run cams, this should be able to lift it easily. This is a good one. This is a good hexy, folks. How come I didn't hear of it before? I'm gonna hit one of these bushes here. I just know it. I would be flying this over at Satellite Lake, but unfortunately, Satellite Lake is a lake right now. We had some rainstorms go through here. Okay, the lights are blinking, so the LVC warning's on. Going back to beginner's rate. Let's bring it in and get some thumbnails before I lose power completely. Oh, it's too late. Too late. That's it. And it doesn't drop from the sky. That's good. It gradually lowers itself to the ground. I'm seeing that on a lot more quadcopters now, and that's good. That the quadcopter gradually lowers itself to the ground when the battery depletes instead of just shutting off completely. That's a great fix that they've added to these recently, and I like that. So this again was the Helicute H806 Hoverdrone. Very good flyer, very nice hexacopter. I like it. And in the new Quadcopter 101 ratings that people have been asking for, I give it about 4.5 stars. It's pretty good. I like it. Okay, Quadcopter 101. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out. Night flying with the Helicute H806 Hoverdrone. Hope you enjoyed this flight. It's going to be interesting because it's mostly a black quadcopter, but it's got some bright lights. I don't need to go to higher rates because there's no wind tonight. It is a good flyer. Okay, I'll give you that. And you can fly it at night. Excuse me. It's big though. It's a good quadcopter or hexacopter. I like it. And even though it's black, you can easily fly it at night. It has so many lights on it. Very stable too. Oh, it has a lot of punch. Let's do that again. Let's bring it down and show you that. Let's show that one more time. Ready, set. A lot of punch. It goes straight up. Okay, let's bring it in. The Helicute H806. Hope you enjoyed that flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.